qualifier as Suriname and the Dominican Republic go head-to-head. Hello, everyone. I'm Maura Sheridan. Thank you so much for joining me here today. It's 78 degrees in the Dominican Republic. No chance, very little chance of rain, so we should be in the clear for this match. These two teams last played in 2006, so it's been a long time. These are the Group D standings. This is just the group stage, Concacaf W Qualifiers, and right now Suriname has played one game. It was a win. Meanwhile, for Dominican Republic, this is the first time that they've competed so far in the group stage. So a little bit of an unknown with the Dominican Republic. With this Suriname team, it was a 3-1 win over Anguilla last week, and so they're looking to make it 2 in a row against a Dominican Republic team that has had a lot of success at the CONCACAF level. It should be a good matchup here today. And the way it works, there's 29 national teams competing in the CONCACAF W qualifiers. Have to win your group in order to move on. And that would be moving on to the CONCACAF W Championship, which of course creates a chance for teams to book a ticket to the World Cup, the Women's World Cup in Brazil in 2027, and the Olympics in LA in 2028. So there's a lot on the line. Long ways to go for both Suriname and Dominican Republic, but we'll pause now as the national anthems coming up. Lineups and first kick as well in this CONCACAF W qualifying match.
La Federación Dominicana de Fútbol y la Concacaf se encargan en darles la bienvenida al partido de clasificación 2025-2026 entre la República Dominicana y Surinam. Por favor, ayúdenos a dar la bienvenida a ambos equipos al campo para el protocolo. Damas y caballeros, por favor, pónganse de pie para escuchar el himno nacional de Surinam. continuación se interpretará el himno nacional de la República Dominicana.
Well, we just heard the national anthems for both countries, Suriname and the Dominican Republic, getting ready to kick off from the Dominican Republic. We'll to get you set on the starting 11s for both countries, introduce you to our center referee, the rest of our officiating crew, and then we'll kick off. The last time these two teams played, September 7th, 2006. Here's a starting 11 for this Dominican Republic team. Peña, the 20-year-old goalkeeper, is in net. And the players to watch out for, the Oviedo sisters, Jaslyn and Alyssa, both starting today. Alyssa is the captain for the Dominican Republic. This is Group D action. That's Haiti, Dominican Republic, Suriname, Belize, and Anguilla in this group. Must win the group to move on to the Concacaf W Championship, which will take place in November of 2026. The captains meeting in the middle. Oviedo and Piqué, the captain for Suriname. Garcia is our center referee. Just final words before these two teams kick off. This is the final day in the group stage of this window. So the next time these two teams play again in Concacaf W Qualifiers will be February and March. Here's the starting 11 for Suriname, coming off of a 3-1 victory against Anguilla last week. Ijo gets the start in net, just 18 years old, the goalkeeper. And Rachel Van Netten is the player to watch out for. She's coming off a brace against Anguilla. Oh, about to kick off from the Dominican Republic. White kits for Suriname. And blue kits at home for the Dominican Republic. For their lone Concacaf meeting, as I mentioned, in 2006, it was a 2-0 win for the Dominican Republic over Suriname. And it will be the home side, the Dominican Republic, to start with possession. And we are underway. Concacaf W Qualifiers, Suriname, Dominican Republic, meeting in Group D action. That's quickly knocked away by Suriname. Suriname scored in the 7th minute against Anguilla and walked away with a 2-goal victory. Dominican Republic on the wing. Dished off in a bit of a heavy touch off the collision. And a trip is called. It's going to go against the Dominican Republic. No, controlled here by Suriname. Looking to pick up momentum up the flank, but it's disrupted. And back with Dominican. Played long for Dominican Republic, racing two into the 18, looking for the cross off the service, header through the air is broken up. Off the volley, bounces around, and a reset for Dominican Republic. Well, the flag goes up offside. Just a step there for Dominican Republic. You can see Kaylee DeSanders and the rest of this backline communicating after the fact. That was a pretty good build for Dominican Republic, and Suriname wants to deny those opportunities. It will be Sanders, 27 years old, at the Suriname side. Up ahead for Suriname, looking to get the step. They do. Hoekstra in the box, shoots and scores. Isabel Hoekstra, Suriname takes the lead. Just over 2 minutes into this game. Well, it's a first attacking chance that they get. And then Suriname takes advantage. And 22 years old, Hoekstra. Another look at this. Splits two defenders and then cuts it back to her right from her left. A nifty little move. And off the finish. A third-minute goal for Suriname. Now, if you're Dominican Republic, not the way you would want to start this tournament. Well, there's plenty of time to bounce back. In Group D, Dominican Republic was the only team to not play so far heading into today. DeSanders. Controls here for Suriname, just working out from the back. Surveys, and slices it across near side. Hoekstra, who just scored the goal, nearly muscled away, picks up speed in the 18. Dish off, but a bit of a soft pass. It was behind her intended target. But it's won back by Van Netten, who scored 2 goals in the last match for Suriname. Pena, the goalkeeper for Dominican Republic. Native of Miramar, Florida. Already tested in this one. Hoekstra wraps it around, and another goal for Suriname. Not even 5 minutes into this match, it's 2-0. The visitors. Well, a dominant start. No, it's Shante Marie Dumpig with the finish there. Plays for AC Milan. Another look at this. And it starts from Hoekstra yet again. Suriname has no answer. Or excuse me, Dominican Republic has no answer. Suriname certainly has an answer so far in this match. No, Dumpig, as I mentioned, plays in Italy for AC Milan. He was previously with the Netherlands at the youth levels, played up until the U23s. And now she joins this Suriname squad. That's a case for a lot of players on this roster. Oviedo bothering. It's nudged away. A little bit of press coming from Dominican Republic. Descenders for Suriname. Picks up speed. Then has her pass intercepted. Taken away by Peralta. Peralta takes a shot and she's wide. Well, it's a first look of the game for Dominican Republic. Van Netten on the turn, moving centrally. And he plays it behind Ondan. Just off the mark with her pass to Hoekstra. Bruno on the throw. Well, Bruno just 18 years old. Joe for Suriname. Tabaho. It doesn't connect with Hoekstra. One back by Shoot. Ricocheted around, not settled. Not a high kick there from Sabaho. Descenders. Has it ripped away. Peralta. Breezing forward. It's tackled away. And clean as it rolls out. Looks like Descenders was able to save it. Using her keeper and Joe. Joe did not start the game against Anguilla. It was Mercedes, the other goalkeeper on this roster for Suriname. Cuevas using her keeper in Peña. Peña, the starting keeper for University of Florida in the United States. Also has experience professionally, Gamebridge Super League for Fort Lauderdale United. Gabriela Marte, 22 years old. Plays college soccer in the United States for Hofstra. One touched away. Doiva sign. Well, 2 goals in the opening 5 minutes for Suriname on the road against Dominican Republic. Well, the fans want a trip there, but it will be a corner kick. Actually, it looks like it will just be a short corner essentially on this foul, so it was called against Descenders. And an opportunity to get a goal back here for Dominican Republic. Oviedo getting ready. Catherine Gonzalez will take this. Gonzalez, header, and no one can connect. It's out on the far post, and Suriname the last to touch. It was Hoekstra who scored goal number 1. That knocked it away. Just kind of dropped in. If somebody was there for Dominican Republic, I think that's a goal. Peralta from this near side. Off her right foot, far post. Through the air, nothing. And it's cleared by Suriname. Quinty Ceballo with some defensive work there for Suriname. Another one of the players that was representing the Netherlands at the U23 level before switching to represent Suriname at the senior level. Plays in the Scottish Premier League for Rangers FC. Ceballo muscles it away and redirects. In a space, it's Hoekstra. Suriname dominating possession time so far in this match. Hoekstra blazing forward. Pass a defender, rips a shot, and it's stopped. Blocked by Peña. Looked like on the rebound she might give something up, but she's able to corral it in. Well, Hoekstra's been a real issue for the Dominican Republic so far. She's been able to get a step on most of these defenders, and so you wonder what adjustments Dominican Republic are going to have to make to combat that. Ceballo. All right, Joe. Now Doki. Hoekstra. Being pestered. Off the turn. Looking to square. Patra having trouble. Switching the point of attack. Successful. It's Dompig who had the second goal of this game. Poked back, still in the final third. And that shot is blocked again. Ceballo. Undone. Beats a defender. In that center circle, Ceballo. Tapped for Dominican Republic, but they can't maintain possession. Weaving through. And that pass ahead is broken up. In a space, here's an opportunity for Dominican Republic into the 18, and they score. It's a one-goal game. An eventful 15 minutes of this match. Asenjo. She went direct. This pass threaded through, hops to her, Mia Senho. An easy finish. Managed to stay on side, and that breathes some life into this Dominican Republic side. Asenjo, 22 years old, plays for the University of Central Florida in the United States. So 3 goals combined. 15 minutes into this match. Oh, that's a point blank hit. And a player down for Suriname. It's Patra in some pain. No credit to Dominican Republic, giving up 2 goals in 5 minutes. That can be really defeating. Easily could have just let things go from bad to worse. But they just found the back of the net. It's a 1-goal game very early into this match. Plenty of time for a comeback. That looks like it hit the side of Patra's head, getting some medical attention. Patra able to sit up here.
El marcador 2-1 a favor de Suriname.
We'll see if a sub has to be made in this first half for Suriname or not. Well, Suriname probably should have won by more against Anguilla in game number 1 of the Concacaf W Qualifiers. Had 78% possession, outshot Anguilla 25-3. Alberg missed a penalty in the 12th minute, so at least had a chance at 4. But it was a good way to start this tournament for Suriname. The ultimate goal, to win the group, to qualify for the Concacaf W Championship, which serves as a way to qualify for the World Cup on the women's side in 2027, which takes place in Brazil. And these 2 teams trying to make history, and the journey starts in these qualifiers. Dominican Republic on the move, floating into the 18. And Sanders taps that away. Looks like it ricocheted off of Dominican Republic and out of play. Last to touch was Aseno, who scored the goal. Night Joe. Aseno with a press there. And it does pay off. It's turned over by Suriname. Well, there's certainly been an energy shift for Dominican Republic since that last goal. Peralta, regained by Dominican Republic. And as quickly as I said that, it's turned back over. Pass attempt into Hoekstra. Pena. Soars through the air. Helpful bounce for Dominican Republic. Jasmine Jackson picking up speed. Jackson on the wing. Looking for the cross. Far post. Headed away. On a call after the collision on that service. Player down for Suriname. Another look at this. It's a lovely cross and a brave play by the defender there for Suriname to get in front of it. Hoekstra. Stonewalled on that chance. Undone on the throw. Joe. Now 5 shots for Suriname, 2 for Dominican Republic in this match. The quick touch, Dompig. I can't get around, but it will stay in the final third for Suriname. Tumbling down, it's a whistle. Called against Suriname. Brienne Reed got stepped on. Now Reed, a very experienced player professionally. He's played in the NWSL, he's played in Canada, Australia, in the A-League. 31 years old, one of the leaders on this Dominican Republic side. Aseno settles. Can't cut around. Calling for it's Peralta. Played wide. An undercut to a free kick is on the way for Dominican Republic. It's a wonderful opportunity to tie this game up. Well, that foul is drawn by Catherine Gonzalez. Discussions, Marte and Gonzalez as both stand over the ball. Joe gets ready on this free kick. The goalkeeper for Suriname, Gonzalez, straight to net. Joe has it. Hoekstra. Well, she's shown her pace in this game. And her technical skills on the ball as she swerves. Looking in the 18, and it's rattled away. Pena with the pickup. Patra was cutting in, making a run in the 18. You get the feeling that a lot of this attack runs through Hoekstra for Suriname. On the swing, through there, Dompig called for a foul. Playing through some contact, Peralta. Too far ahead of everyone for Dominican Republic. On a reset, Joe. Hoekstra motors forward. Stopped there defensively by Dominican Republic. The center back. Dompig. Tight passes here for Suriname. Ceballo Dumping. Using the width. Off the cross. No. Opportunity for a second ball. It's going to be a throw for Suriname. Marte on the throw for Dominican Republic, I should say. Undone. Inching forward, Dominican Republic. Evading that pressure, Suriname. Held up. Van Netten surveys, offers service. How to reach for Hoekstra. Positive for Dominican Republic, tumbling down. We're gonna see a card. It's Jasmine Jackson, who was relentless in the attack. And the first yellow that we've seen in this match, it's against Undone. That's an early one for a defender. Something to keep an eye out for Suriname. Jackson springs forward. She has two defenders beat. And getting clipped, got clipped there by Undone, who gets booked. Launch towards the midfield. Peralta speeds forward. Well, up the flank here, Dumping. Two defenders surround. Get some help from Van Netten. Now on the turn. Read all the way by Dominican Republic on that pass, looking for Hoekstra. Tangled up. And we do get a call. And a free kick and a good spot coming for Suriname. Looking to add to its lead, create some cushion in this first half. Suriname scored 2 goals in the first 5 minutes of this game. Dominican Republic responded 10 minutes later, and that's the scoring that we've seen so far. The way things started, you would have thought that it was Suriname who hadn't competed in the qualifiers, just did not come necessarily ready for this match in those opening 5 minutes, but it was Dominican Republic who has not competed in a game. And Suriname had one under their belt heading into this match. Ceballo ready on this free kick. She slides it forward, Dumping on the turn. Hoekstra's there as well. And no shot on frame for Suriname. There's that scoring summary for you. Hoekstra and Dumping with the first 2 goals for Suriname. It looked like they were going to run away with this match, but a response on the other side for Aseno and Dominican Republic has made this a much more competitive game. Amara shoot. Ready for this corner kick. Shoot. Middle of the 6. Pena got a piece of that. Pena stops. Now she leaps for it and touches it over the crossbar on that second opportunity. It will be a second corner kick for Suriname. Shoot, does it again. This time, nothing much at all for Suriname. Tabayo. Now centrally for Suriname. A shot from distance, and it's off the crossbar. Drops in, turned around, and Patrick just can't get a shot off. Got twisted around, didn't know where the ball was. Pena comes in to collect. Another look at this one. It begins with Sabayo on the pass to Sanders. And then a look from Van Netten, who already has a brace in this tournament. The other way, Aseno. That's how she scored in this match. Just direct up the middle, a pass that was onside and beat the defense. And she's had some success in getting in behind. Peralta. Suriname looks to regroup under a press coming from Dominican Republic. Dompig asking for help. Instead, she turns it over. And questions on whether or not that's a foul. The fans certainly think so, but center referee says that's clean against Piqué. It's tackled away, and Suriname just looking to breathe a little bit. The Dominican Republic will not allow it. Jackson off the cross, and it's right to the keeper. Saved by Ijo. Now the goal scorer, Aseno, getting in some dangerous spots as the target player up top. Nearly tallied. She's been close to getting her second one this last few minutes. Bruno for Dominican Republic. The centers. Aseno trying to make some noise. Jackson joins in. The Sanders. Carries it up past that midfield line. Then lost for Dompig. It was trouble settling. We've got 10 minutes to go in this first half between Dominican Republic and Suriname. Concacaf W Qualifiers. 29 nations competing. And there's 6 groups. Must win your group to move on to the Concacaf W Championship, which takes place in November of 2026. And right now with that lone win, Suriname competing for the top of this group, Group D. Played long, looking to build here, Dominican Republic. And DeSander says no. Just swipes from Marte, but it's given right back. And PK lifts. Out of trouble for now, Suriname. Marte. And it rolls out. Marte. Aseno. Was looking for Jackson. Takes a deflection. Peralta. Spins. And keeps possession with Dominican Republic. On the service, looking to get him behind. Header down, and it's wide. Aseno was the option yet again. To centers. No, Suriname, last 5-ish minutes having trouble getting out of this as the press has been effective for Dominican Republic, and there it's just given to Peña. Night Joe. Peralta. Little give and go action with Aseno. And a corner kick's coming for Dominican Republic. It's Peralta on this set piece chance. Can Dominican Republic tie this game heading into the halftime break? Got about 5 minutes to go. Peralta, some serious airtime on that one, and it's missed. Off the service, jolted around, and it looks like Aseno's down in the 18. Oviedo, actually the captain. Let's say Oviedo is slow to get up. Well, this is a good second ball. Oviedo looking to draw the foul. She couldn't leap for that opportunity. Still no goals since the 15th minute. And Aseno, the last to score in this game with Dominican Republic. Creating some separation. Suriname dumping. 3 defenders swarm. There's a shot, and it's punched away by Peña. Ceballo with the look. Is rejected by the goalkeeper for Dominican Republic. A shoot on the corner kick. Shoot off her right foot on the outswinger. Was looking for a volley there. And it's wide. Dom Pig the last to touch. Patro was fully ready for that kind of side kick, but it never actually got to her. Here comes Dominican Republic. Aseno. I did have the numbers there. Dominican Republic earning not just a foul, but a yellow card. This is a second one against a defender for Suriname. And you wonder if they're going to have to make some changes in this game to just avoid someone being sent off for good. So Andon's on a yellow, and then we just saw Doivesign get one here. A little too aggressive.
Tarjeta amarilla para la jugadora número 2.
Now, Ubri, the head coach for Dominican Republic, has to be happy with the response from this side. And Mark DeFries, the head coach for Suriname, might have some difficult decisions to make if he takes out those two defenders, leaves them in, and how he's going to proceed. And the Dominican Republic has not just grown into this game. At times, I think they've looked like the stronger side. Straight to net. Off the rebound. Ijo able to dive on it. Ijo, 18 years old. And just a couple minutes left in this first half. Peralta, off the turn, squares up. Aseno, a full 360, and it's cleared. Hoekstra for Suriname. Speeding forward, moves it towards the middle. Shot from distance, looked like it was knocked away by defender for Dominican Republic. No, so it will be a goal kick. Hoekstra slow to get up. Very beginning of this match, Dominican Republic had 0 answers for Hoekstra. She was the first to score in the 3rd minute. Pena. And now it's Suriname who puts on a press. Launch for Dominican Republic. Oviedo can't corral. Oviedo plays on this team with her sister, Jaslyn. They both played at the University of Vermont for college soccer. In a stoppage time in this first half between the Dominican Republic and Suriname. Jaslyn Oviedo. And now the keeper. Joe. Opportunity stopped by Suriname defensively. And that's going to take us to the end of the first half. So we've played 45 minutes and we have ourselves a game. Suriname with a 1-goal lead over Dominican Republic at the end of the first half here in the Concacaf W Qualifiers. It's Group D action.
República Dominicana 1, Surinam 2.
Well, let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Suriname and the Dominican Republic meeting for the first time. Concacaf qualifiers since 2006. This is a first game for Dominican Republic in this tournament. And Suriname just came out swinging, coming off a win against Anguilla. And it's Hoekstra in the 3rd minute of this game, slicing and dicing. She beats the defender here and then gets in a lovely little cross, and Dompig is there to finish the job. This is in 5 minutes of this game, so Hoekstra has a goal and an assist within the first 5 minutes, and you just wondered if this is all too much for Dominican Republic in their first match of this tournament. But credit to the home side, Dominican Republic, they respond. 10 minutes later, it's a target player, Asenio, up top. She just slips in behind. Suriname not ready defensively, and she's able to poke it home. Asenio would be the most dangerous player on the pitch for Dominican Republic in this game. This opportunity created by Jackson, and then after that goal from Asenio, it really was back and forth with each team having a stretch that would almost result in a goal, and then it would flip to the other team. But I thought Dominican Republic, especially as we ended the first half, had the better of opportunities. There's Asenio with the chance. This was a second ball off a corner kick, and no one was able to finish the job. Javieto goes down in the process. We saw 2 bookings against 2 different defenders for Suriname, so that's something to keep an eye out for as we start the second half. That's a 1-goal lead, so a very slight lead for Suriname after 45 minutes of play over Dominican Republic. We will take a break, and then we'll come back to start the second half. But first, here's a look at the stats for you. 11 shots for Suriname, 5 for Dominican Republic, but a lot of those shots coming in the first, 15 minutes for Suriname of this game. Pretty even in a lot of other categories, but Suriname does dominate possession time. All right, we will step aside and come back to kick off the second half in this 1-goal match between these 2 countries. Welcome back to the Dominican Republic. Getting ready to start the second half between Suriname and the Dominican Republic. It's a one-goal game, Concacaf W Qualifiers. Had a bit of a power outage at halftime, so a little bit delayed in terms of starting this second half, but we are good to go. I'm Maura Sheridan. Thank you so much for joining me here tonight. Well, 2 goals in the first 5 minutes for Suriname to take the lead. It was Hochschick and Dompig. And then 10 minutes later, Dominican Republic was able to find the back of the net and made this game a little more interesting. Dominican Republic certainly grew into this match, got stronger and stronger, and towards the end of that first half, it looked like maybe they'd find the back of the net for goal number 2. Well, it's worked around here for Dominican Republic. Aseno has the lone goal. It's Mia Aseno for the home side. This game, Moca, Dominican Republic. It's Estadio Moca 85. Joe. For Suriname. Just holds. Descenders from Ceballo. Taking her space. And slips that head to Dompig. Dompig, still fighting for it. And it's one out by Dominican Republic. Oviedo plays it behind to Peña. Peña up to the midfield. Oh, some contact and a foul called. Oh, important to note that Doivestein, Andon, both on yellow cards for Suriname, both defenders on this roster. Jackson looking for the cross, lifted into the 18, racing to it, and diving on it. Joe able to get there. Squared for Dominican Republic, and Peralta tumbles down. She got tugged there. A shoot whistled for the foul. Will be a free kick on the way. Catherine Gonzalez. Looks like Gonzalez will serve as the short option, and Bruno will take this free kick. Bruno Off the mark, well wide. Descenders. Sides out across the midfield line. 2 defenders swarm. Regained. Dominican Republic. Jackson. Burst of speed. Looking for the cross. And it doesn't get through, but it's a corner kick for the home side. Peralta steps back for this set piece. Dominican Republic, they've been knocking on the door. Goal number 2 of tying this up. Can they do it here? Slotted through and nobody home. Instead, it's Hoekstra who jumps on it, looking for a transition chance for Suriname. And it's not allowed by Dominican Republic. Played high for Dompig. Suriname sprinting 2. Unable to get around, it's tackled out. Bruno gets back defensively, but on the other side of the pitch, it is a corner kick for Suriname. Shoot. Curls it up. Pena punching at it, and she's able to grab. It was congested. Pena coming up with the ball. On the throw for Dominican Republic. Looking to walk away with at least a point to start out their journey in Concacaf W Qualifiers. Battle in the corner. Jackson off the cross. Ijo breaks it up. Had 2 players surrounding her from Dominican Republic. Shoot. Dumping. Off the spin. Jackson breaks it up defensively. Tight passes for Suriname. Looks a little rushed for Suriname. And that's because there's not a lot of space to operate thanks to the way Dominican Republic is playing defensively. Jackson. Dish wide. Aseno, who has a goal in this game. Did she run out of space? Well, the flag went up. No discussions there. PK, the captain, and Joe, the goalkeeper. There's a player down for Suriname. Dominican Republic gonna run over to the bench and talk things over. And we're 10 minutes into this second half. We haven't seen a sub yet. Well, Suriname might have to make a change. Well, for these two teams, these two countries, their next game in qualifiers is not till the new year in 2026. So for Suriname, it's March 2nd. For Dominican Republic, it's February 27th. The player's still down. And it looks like that player is going to be stretchered off. So most certainly a sub going to be made for Suriname. It looks like it's Dumpig, which would be a big loss. She had goal number 2 in this game for Suriname. Well, some stats for you. Suriname's had most of the possession time in this game. More shots on target as well. Sub gearing up to come in. It's Estelle Pereira. Pereira scored in the 7th minute against Anguilla. So Suriname the first to make a change. It's due to an apparent injury to Dumpig, a player that has made a big impact in this match. Petra for Suriname, muscled away. Oh, played high. Ijo kind of misses it, and now she's out of the 18. One back. But it's a foul called. Duvenstein is slow to get up. For Suriname, another look at that. Just got shoved off the ball by Oviedo. Well, the fans here in the Dominican Republic, they've been itching for goal number 2 in this game. Descenders. Tabayo. Duvenstein can't get anything going for Suriname. Off the turn, Nasceno racing to it, and a well-timed tackle by Descenders. Corner kick, though, for Dominican Republic. Half an hour to go in this one. Peralta takes the corner, near post, and it's knocked out. And totally cleared by Hoekstra. PK. Duvenstein. Oh, on the ground and fighting for it, Patra. She keeps it with Suriname. Ceballo, rejected. Oh, Dominican Republic attempting to work quickly. Oviedo. Right to Desunders. Joe. Being rushed. Now that shot from distance sails over the crossbar.
Sustitución para la República Dominicana. Sale la jugadora número 11, Alisa Oviedo. Y entra la jugadora número 13, Estela Tapia.
Well, it's on for Dominican Republic. The captain Oviedo out. That's Alyssa Oviedo. And Stella Tapia enters. Tapia, 20 years old, plays in the United States college soccer for the University of Michigan. PK. Could be a costly giveaway. The shot is off. Senho looking for a brace and for the game-tying strike. Another look at this. This is a mistimed touch by the captain for Suriname and got lucky. Ladiseno was unable to put it away. Well, it's been all Dominican Republic, it feels like, in this second half. Aseno. Off the long cross, Peralta. Oviedo. That's Jaslyn Oviedo. And a long-range shot, no good. Catra knocked down. Pique. An easy shot for Pena to get to. Pena. No dribbled and no clear possession. Won by Dominican Republic now. Wrapped around the pass to Peralta if she can get there, but she's boxed out, shaded out by Doivenstein. Hi, Joe. Two defenders surrounding in that corner. Well, there's nowhere to go. And give it back to Suriname. Credit to Dominican Republic, when they do lose possession, they've done a good job of continuing that pressure and getting it back. A lot of sustained possessions in the final third. Can they do something with these? Pique. On the swing, Pereira. Drives forward. And it's stolen back. Up the flank, charging. Here comes Dominican Republic, it's Bruno. Turned around to Seno. On the wing. Looking for a cross, no. Sliding down Pique. And then a pile up. The question was, where's the ball? It rolls out. Suriname taking their time. Descenders. Hoekstra. Definitely missing her partner in crime and Dompig, who went out, was stretchered off the pitch to start this second half. It's a massive loss for Suriname. Can Suriname hang on? I'm sure they would like to add an insurance goal. Bumped around. And it's going to be a throw-in for Dominican Republic. Oh, strong defensive work by Dominican Republic. Otherwise, that might have been a straight line to net. It's Tapia who came in as a sub and now limping, as she really had to battle for that possession. This has been the score, 2-1 Suriname since the 15th minute. So for the last 55 minutes of this game, whole slew of scoring, 3 goals combined, and then nothing since. 20 minutes to go. You must win your group in Concacaf W Qualifiers in order to move on to the Concacaf W Championship, which serves as a qualifier for the World Cup and the Olympics. Peralta fires from distance and is high with it. Another yellow card. This is the 3rd one against Suriname. This one called against Patra. So Patra, Doivenstein, and Andan on yellows. From Dominican Republic, that center line. Looks like 2 subs ready to come in for Suriname.
18. Patra.
Not going to come in quite yet. Pulled back. Pereira. Taking a leg out, Peralta. And she got hit. Oh, Dominican Republic with possession now. Another card's coming out. This time it's against Shoot, so 4 players for Suriname on yellows. And I have to imagine these subs coming in for Suriname will replace 2 of those players. Well, there was a foul. It wasn't a great look at what happened there. Oh, here come a pair of changes for Suriname. Looks like Dominican Republic will make some subs as well. So Doivenstein, who was on a yellow, comes out of this game. Doki comes in. That's Luna Doiki.
Sustitución para la República Dominicana. Sale la jugadora número 17. Entra la jugadora número 10.
No, Aijo has also sat down on the pitch.
Sustitución para la República Dominicana.
So with 15 minutes to go in this game, Dominican Republic, Suriname talking things over.
Entra la jugadora número 20.
Ijo is up. A 1-goal lead for Suriname over Dominican Republic. Here's a look at Shoot and her yellow card. Hoekstra, Dompig, 2 to score for Suriname. Aseno has the lone goal for Dominican Republic. Into space, pouncing on its defenders. Now Shoot for Suriname. Looking at turn and fire in the 18. Bobbled around, second chance, closing in. And did Pena touch that? Yes, so it's a goal, or excuse me, a corner kick. Player down for Suriname. That's Pereira. Oh, looks a little bit uncomfortable after that contact. Shoot. Off the set piece. Pena swats it down. It's still in the box to Sanders looking to square. Now that shot is high. Hoekstra off to the races on the cross, and it's enough a deflection for Dominican Republic. Waiting on that far post. It looked like Suriname was going to score an insurance goal. The Dominican Republic just won't allow it. Not only did it take a deflection, it took a deflection that lofted in the air. I'll mention the subs that came in for both of these teams. Jackson came out, Valesio in for Dominican Republic. And Clace came in, Jaslyn Oviedo out. And for Suriname, one more change to tell you about. Emmanuelson in, and the captain PK out. Another player down for Suriname as the training staff comes out. Take a look, here's that replay. And you can see the reaction from Pereira as Hoekstra on the cross. She had the step, but she didn't have the angle, so she sends it across the frame of the net into the back post. And stretching forward, defender there for Dominican Republic. And it's not a goal for Suriname. It feels like that would have put this game away. A limping is Shoot. And Suriname losing a player that's been taking a lot of set pieces as of late. We'll see if Shoot can come back into this game. 10 minutes to go. Stepping to Suriname. And now it's intercepted by Bruno, who goes for it. Unable to finish. Oh, the fans reacting because I think from this angle it looked like it went in, but it did not. Well, the fans here in Moca, Dominican Republic, just trying to will this team to at least the point to find the equalizer. Another change for Suriname. Actually, it looks like it's for Dominican Republic and Brito coming in. Peralta shot. Doesn't make its way to Ijo. Off the cross. And it slips behind the net. So Brito's in, Jackson's out. That's a change for Dominican Republic. Pena. The keeper for Dominican Republic. Pushing it up the pitch. Estadio lurking, and she falls. Well, there wasn't a call there. Everybody just stopping to see if Estadio's good. Now picked up by Ijo. Suriname still has more possession time than Dominican Republic. Unable to convert in this second half. Either of these teams. This was a score at the break. Off that heavy touch from Hoekstra. Peralta with the energy up the flank, charging forward, tackled away by Descenders. Well, she's timed those well throughout the course of this game for Suriname. Stopped many promising attacks. Aseno, miss there by Descenders. Aseno shoots, and it's a goal! Her second of the game! We are level. Dominican Republic finds the equalizer. Mia Aseno. What a performance. The target player willed this team back into this match when they were down and out, down 2-0. in the first 5 minutes of the game. She scores in the 15th minute. And since then, Dominican Republic has looked to the stronger side. She turns and fires here late into this match. And with 5 minutes left in this game, Dominican Republic can walk away with at least a point, perhaps 3. But since it's all about winning the group here in Concacaf W Qualifiers, the 3 points could go a long ways for both of these teams. Suriname still very much in this game. Just feels like the wind has been taken out of their sails as of late. And Dominican Republic feeling good. Peralta. On the overlapping run, a bit of a hesitation there. Taking on 2 defenders. Ijo, she got hit at the end of that. Might be a card coming out. Well, it's just gonna be a warning. Well, the goalkeeper is down for Suriname. Ijo, looks like the training staff's gonna have to come take a look at her. Mayra Mercedes is the backup goalkeeper if necessary for Suriname. Well, we just saw Mia Senho with the second goal for Dominican Republic, her second goal of this game, the equalizer in the 85th minute. It sets up a very interesting final few minutes of this match in the Concacaf W Qualifiers, Group D. Well, Ijo's still down. Does mean we'll probably have quite a bit of stoppage time. Here's another look at this. It's kind of a late hit from Dominican Republic. Ijo on her feet, able to continue. There's a player down in the middle of the pitch for Dominican Republic. Able to hop up. Peralta, wide with it. Looking to take the lead for Dominican Republic. Makes a defender miss. Peralta shoots, and it's saved by Ijo. The home field advantage coming into play here as the fans get louder in Dominican Republic. Our team has a chance. Whole bunch of bodies around. Ijo, she got knocked. Makes the snag. Descenders. Haksha. looking to give her team the lead that they once had. But she's slowed, regained by Suriname.
Su atención, por favor.
In a stoppage time.
Acaba de agregar 5 minutos al partido.
Play on, says our center referee in Garcia. Hoekstra. 3 defenders around her. Hoekstra shoots, and she's off the mark. Off the turn. Things are going to get physical at the end of this match, I'm sure of it. We're level, Dominican Republic and Suriname in stoppage time. 5 minutes of stoppage time. Hoekstra off to her left from outside the 18. Bayo, Hoekstra, no. Difficult shot. And it feels like some tired legs for Suriname when they get in the final third. But there's a decent look. Turning and letting it rip. Peña has it the whole way. Off the throw, Estadio, who's been the hero for Dominican Republic. Halfway through stoppage time. On the wing. Off the cross header! Wow, that was a brave play, and it's just wide. So close to being the go-ahead goal for Dominican Republic. Aseno once again going for the hat trick. And she truly was able to rise for that one. Hoekstra, she can get the step. About 1:15. Players limping for Dominican Republic, just trying to fight through the end, and that was Reed who looked uncomfortable. Off the interception, just seconds left. Bayo. Headed away by Dominican Republic. Hoekstra, and it's poked away. Through the midfield. Well, this is it. Time for a final push for either Suriname or Dominican Republic. Here comes the home side. Peralta surging off the cross. No one on the end of that. Collected in the 18, but it's high. Might have been the final look. There's a final whistle. It's a 2-2 draw between Suriname and Dominican Republic. And the Concacaf W Qualifiers, a come-from-behind draw from Dominican Republic. They got down 2-0 after 5 minutes of play, but Estadio, the hero in this one, with a brace for the home side, and everybody walks away with a point in this one.
Final del partido. Empate 2-2. República Dominicana versus Surinam.
Well, let's take a look at the highlights from this one. Suriname and Dominican Republic meeting in the Concacaf W Qualifiers. These two teams going head-to-head in the group stage. This is 3 minutes into the match. Hoekstra just taking on multiple defenders. She cuts through off to her right foot and finishes. And a shocked reaction from Dominican Republic. Exactly, a dream start for Suriname. Then Hoekstra's not done. 2 minutes later, she crosses this into Dominican. And they had no answer, Dominican Republic, for Hoekstra in the opening minutes of this match. That would make it 2-0 very early in this game. Suriname up. But 10 minutes later, Dominican Republic able to respond. And it's just from a ball slotted up the middle to Aseno. Bounces right to her. Defense not ready for Suriname. She gets in behind. And that would make it 2-1. So Dominican Republic back in the match, down just a goal. And it would be back and forth for both these teams just having really good stretches. I saw some physical play as well. A credit to Dominican Republic. It could have easily gone south. This is shoot off a corner kick for Suriname. And another cross there from Aseno. Aseno almost getting her second goal on that chance. Oviedo couldn't get some separation off this service in the first half. And it would be back and forth. A couple of yellow cards given out for Suriname. And Dominican Republic with a slew of chances in the first half. Saved there by Jaido, the goalkeeper for Suriname. And then we start the second half as Dompe goes down, gets undercut Dompig would later come out of this match with an apparent injury. Now Pena snags through the air for Dominican Republic. A couple of fouls back and forth between these two teams. That shot for Suriname up, just too high. This was the best chance for Suriname in the second half off the cross from Hoekstra, but it's just deflected enough. And then this, Aseno, Passy Saunders takes it herself, finds some separation, she fires. It's goal number 2 for Dominican Republic in the 85th minute. We're at a stalemate 2-1 since the 15th minute. And finally we get a goal in the second half. It's the equalizer for Dominican Republic. Then you wondered if somebody could maybe walk away with 3 points in this game. Aseno certainly giving her best shot at not only a hat trick, but to give her team a victory. But it ultimately ends in a 2-2 draw between Suriname and Dominican Republic. Now the final stats for you, things started to even out over the course of this game. Everything's fairly even except for possession, which was in favor of Suriname, and Suriname with 4 yellow cards and many more fouls than Dominican Republic. But it does feel like everybody deserved to walk away with a point in this match. It's a well-fought game between these two teams in Group D of the Concacaf W Qualifiers. So let's see how this shakes up the group. Suriname, because they earned an extra point here, they're now at the top over Haiti with 4 points, and Dominican Republic now in third. Very early days in Group D action, but in this game, Suriname, Dominican Republic, it is a 1-goal win, or excuse me, it's a 2-2 draw between Suriname and Dominican Republic in Concacaf W Qualifiers.